First of all, she's 18 years old, okay? She's 18 years old. She is still living, I think she's a senior, like she is like
So you're saying this, but you still ended up dating her? Holy fuck.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's yonnaj back here with another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a video by Fuck DH. The video is going to be on streaming has an age gap problem. I seen Bruce in the thumbnail before I clicked on the video. And I'm pretty sure I don't know if Fuck DH probably just gonna be agreeing on the comments that Bruce made about like yonnaj and Rage probably like a few weeks ago now. And I guess he's saying he's just trying to little bro. Oh no, little sis is way too so pussy. Even though that's not what Rage tried to do, I don't agree with that. But like, it still is weird for like, you know, somebody 10 years like older to be hanging out with like a crowd that young. But it is streaming. It is streaming. Every age gap hangs out with each other. But no further notice, let's get into it. If you've been liking and enjoying my videos, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And no further notice, let's get into it.
I'm finally gonna expose just how disingenuous y'all be whenever this age gap thing comes up. I think people understand that it is very questionable for a mid-20s man to go after a teen, even if it's legal. Legality can only get you so far. Would you date a 14-year-old if that was the legal age of consent? I have this question because the internet continuously shows me there's an age gap problem, and weird older men are using the legal system as a mark of what's right and what's wrong. When it's beneficial, people will weaponize the age gap to insinuate certain individuals are predators, but when it's time to defend someone they like,
no, dead ass, this nigga Bruce only used that out of nowhere because like I guess Rage is not talking to him. So like I agree upon that with him, you know, weaponizing that against that nigga Rage, because like this nigga never came out the woods and never came out saying anything before, because this nigga was hanging out with yonnaj way before, and he saw like one little clip, and then, you know, he put two and two together. He was like, man, let me get on this nigga, let me say something about this nigga. So I'm pretty sure that's what he did.
others will fall back on the legality rather than confronting the moral dilemma at hand. So with that, I got some interesting food for thought today, twin, so I'm gonna need you to tap in. Comment for the algorithm. So the reason I'm making this video is because of this tweet right here. This tweet talked about T Banks pressing another streamer named Melt is Live because he's a 24-year-old man who is apparently messing with 18/19-year-olds. And every time I bring this up, people love to say, they're legal, that's a grown-ass woman. And dude, legality is just not indicative of morals or ethics. I'm gonna use an extreme as an example. Slavery was legal in the past, and I guarantee there were people who similarly used the same, but it's legal argument. I really dislike that thought process because it's purely anti-critical thinking and it's anti-nuance. Yes, we are legal once we turn 18 in America, but that doesn't refute the severe lack of life experience that comes with being a younger person. Mind you, T Banks is 25 with the same line of thinking I have. He would not mess with 18. He would not mess with someone fresh.
I mean, like I said before, I think I mean there is like borderline that they're legal, I get it, but like then there's like the other part of thinking about it, like he mentioned, like they barely even jumped into the world, they barely became legal adults. It's still kind of a little weird for you to just like take advantage of that. And then I feel like most like people mature around the age of 25. Like I'm 25 and I'm like, you know, still I'm still like a little goofy at times, but like I matured. But like I wasn't doing the same shit when I was like 18 like till now, because that shit's like a fucking fever dream. I look back at the stuff I was doing when I was 18, it was just like kiddish stuff still, even if I was 18 and legal. But like he said, it's still kind of borderline, you know, going to the weird part. I agree and I don't agree at the same time, because it's just kind of weird, just like creeping on that border, because like I said, they're legal still, but you still kind of be looking like a weirdo online. You just like messing with these like barely these people that just barely turned 18.
out of high school, because that's what these grown-ass niggas are doing. They want to mess with shorties who are fresh out of high school with no pushback.
At 24 though, you are a complete legal adult. You can buy alcohol, you can play the lottery, you can smoke cigarettes and all that. She just left geometry.
No, what y'all are saying.
At that point, you're touching kids.
I have set morals for myself.
No.
I'm not gonna talk to an 18-year-old. But I'm being completely honest. There are grown women in Atlanta right now with their own crib, their own car, that's not in college, that are grown-ass women that are 19 years old. What the fuck? They are mature 19-year-old women. They are women. They're not girls.
Listen, that apartment shit ain't gonna work on me. No, all that shit in that apartment does not mean that she's still not 18 years old.
I really like how Banks said that apartment shit ain't gonna work on him. Those are material objects. They aren't a sign of maturity or life experience. Rakai, for example, he's a rich ass child and we all clown on him for being immature and we criticize the people around him for not being better mentor figures. Let's not use capitalism as a gauge of maturity because it isn't. Life experience is what breeds maturity. Learning how to navigate the dating world is its own skill. Before the evil light skin fucked me over, I was more lenient. Nowadays, I be cussing bitches out, but that's only because I had the chance to gain the experience. These are grown ass men with more life experience, more dating experience.
Yeah, and I feel like people will use that experience to be, you never know, like these people are out here be using that experience to be like, oh, she ain't got no experience, man. Maybe I should just like try this all on her. She's still in a kid at mine a little bit. Her mind hasn't matured yet past the 20s yet. So let me just talk her up a little bit. And bro, and then like it'd be like some of these girls be like getting older and they just be like realizing like, what the fuck why was I dating him? Why was I doing this? Why was I dating this older guy at this age? And it leads to just like weird problems later on.
Trying to get women in my age group who have significantly less life experiences than them. And I think that's a little weird. And just so y'all know, I'm not gonna show the entirety of this clip because it is 8 minutes and it does get a little heated, but I want to point out that Melt admit in this clip he would sleep with these women but not pursue a relationship, which in my opinion, I think it's pretty obvious why he wouldn't, because it's just not a good look. And if it was a good look, the little sis method would have never been coined.
It's not okay for a 30-year-old to have a platonic relationship with a 19-year-old. What do they have in common? Where am I wrong? Nobody will tell me that I'm wrong in that. Dummy. What are you saying? What do they talk about all day? I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying like a 30-year-old, an example, a 30-year-old with a fuck. Let me fucking make sure I paraphrase it for you fucking retards. A 30-year-old nigga, 28, 27-year-old nigga, if you got a little sister, you allowing them to fucking be platonic friends with them? Tell me yes or no.
Bro, at the same time, you got to think about this shit. This nigga Bruce is kind of spitting. He's kind of spitting in a sense. He's wrong in a sense he's trying to do this because like of rage. But like I get it at the same time. Like half of y'all niggas, if y'all you pointed out the example right now, if y'all had a little sister, like which y'all literally been letting her talk to like 30-year-old, they like that's like older. And I mean, I would have a problem with that because I mean, I don't have no little siblings, but I do have a little niece. And like, she hasn't reached that age yet, but if she talking to some 30-year-old ass thing, of course I'm gonna fucking have a problem with that. So like, that is weird as fuck. So like, yeah, he got a good example pointing that shit out right there.
The reason the little sis method thing went viral is because on the surface, we all fundamentally understand that a grown man in his late 20s to early 30s does not have anything in common with a teenager who just graduated high school. That's bottom line. My problem with Bruce is that the nigga's a cornball who wanted to insinuate Rage was a predator instead of directing his criticism towards the people who actually need it, like Marlon or Mel. If 18 and 19 are so grown that a 24 turning 25-year-old man can sleep with them, why does the little sis method exist? Why are we infantilizing grown-ass women then? I think those two things are contradictory. If y'all truly believe that 18 and 19 were as grown as Mel is trying to make them out to be, the little sis method would not exist. There wouldn't be anything to joke about. It turned into a viral joke because everybody knows subconsciously that at 18/19 there is tremendous room for growth, maturity-wise.
So we don't judge.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm like 7.
You want me to have a real conversation with you? Go ahead. Bro, you're old.
Bro, nigga. Oh shit! Hey, at least DDG catching on to this shit, bro. Hey, at least he catching on to this shit. He probably seen all that shit. Probably with what Rage has been going through, for example. But like, he's been on to this shit already. He probably knows he ain't gonna be like hanging around like 19-year-olds. But like, it's the Shay Freaky Frost. This nigga is like down to do anything. I think that one girl that was in that Target was like probably like around 19 or 21, and he was talking to her crazy as fuck. I was still always bringing that shit up every time this nigga appears on the fucking screen in any type of way, because it was a wild ass thing he had going, bro. And like, for that girl, why are you okay? She's probably just a young bop. She's probably just a young bop. I'm sorry, because half of these girls, when they reach the age of like 18, 19, 20, they just want some clout and money as soon as they jump out the doors. They was like, oh yeah, I reached that age where I can just start hanging out with these people and these streamers. I'm gonna use my body to do something. That's what they do, because they learn from all these other bops. So like they just start hanging out with these streaming niggas, bro. And that's why she probably there. I was about to say, I don't even know what the fuck she there, but then I thought about it again. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, it's obvious.
You gotta accept that shit. So I should drop her off at school or some shit. Get you up.
So I should drop her off at school or some shit.
You, like, the age.
What the fuck?
At your age has to be 21 lowest.
As much as I clown doo-doo garbage, at least he knows there should definitely be a hard stop at dating teenagers in your mid-20s. The freaked out Deshae Diddy Frost doesn't care though, but that's obvious because he's literally just a creepy dude. Y'all not gonna disagree on that one. Deadass. So real quick, before I move forward, I actually want to refute a common defense of the age gap relationships, and that is, my parents' age gap is X. This is easily debunked by mentioning the fact that as we get older, the mental gap in maturity and life experience shrinks. Let's say, for example, your parents have a 7-year age gap. If they met at 25 and 32 respectively, I wouldn't say none. But if a 19-year-old and a 12-year-old were talking, we'd all agree that's weird. And when we're younger, these maturity gaps are way wider. There is clearly a difference between a younger teen and an older teen. A 14-year-old versus an 18-year-old is proof of that. So please don't come into my comments with this defense or I'm gonna drone strike you. That's just a joke. But let's talk about how weird Marlon and Yana was.
Doing like flirty, dirty, wordy content with, brother. First of all, she's 18 years old, okay? She's 18 years old. She is still literally, I think she's a senior. Like she is like she's, you know what she feels like? Like my little.
So you're saying this, but you still ended up dating her? Holy fuck. Man, I guess they probably thought yourrage would have probably went the Marlon route. I don't think that nigga is just like that fucking that horny as this nigga, bro. He took advantage of the situation. I mean, I get it. You was just say, I mean, that's why. Wait, hold on. Let me run it back. That's probably why they try to keep this shit a secret anyway. But you know the fans, they gonna find out this shit because they were spending way too much time with each other, and you know, all these clips kept just going around. I seen all of them. I could not see all of them because I be reacting to these people. So like, I be like on like Instagram, just like seeing clips. I don't watch people's streams. I be seeing clips. So like, I be like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are these niggas doing together? And them on the beach, that shit was crazy. These niggas coming together and then hugging. I'm like, all right, yo.
Sis. So cut that shit out right now. I'm curious about everybody. Cut that out. There's no nothing like that.
Bro.
Listen, people can do content with each other. She's a content creator as well. She was in LA. She reached out. I was like, of course, brother. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
So with this clip being a thing, do y'all not find it weird that he literally made relationship content with the same girl he was calling Lil Sis and was talking about how young she is and how she's still a senior in high school? It's also very frustrating that he made a good point. You can do content with the opposite sex without there being ulterior motives. Kinda like Ben. Before I talk about Ben, we still gotta talk about Mark.
I mean, bro, he made a valid ass point, but then at the end, he just went back on his word, essentially.
Marlon. The reason this is even a clip and the reason he felt like he needed to say that is because we all recognize 18 and 19 are not as mature as people try to pretend it is. If there was no issue or no big deal or no type of politics concerning the age gap, he wouldn't even feel the need to address it. But it's a thing to address because we all recognize it's a little crazy. And it was crazier when they started doing relationship content and farming parasocials after this weirdo called her Lil Sis. And then this goes back into what I was saying about weaponizing this fact when it's beneficial to you, like Bruce did. He weaponized it against Rage, who made it vehemently clear there was nothing going on. He weaponized it despite Yonna's own feelings. And you know what's even crazier? The whole reason that this is something that was capable of being weaponized is because we all understand how it looks for someone in their 20s to be dating a teen.
Even staying on the topic of this shit, duos is a new wave, I guess so. But I hate when shit like that even come up, especially when it got to do with me, because I know how pure of a person and like a pure of a spirit that Yonna is, and I would hate for anybody to ever make me feel like I shouldn't collab with her no more because they talking shit on the internet when we both and everybody around us know that ain't even the type of shit. We just make good ass content because we're both funny as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And that wouldn't be fair to her. So I don't never want that type of shit to like cause no issues or nothing, because this is real life versus like what random motherfuckers say on the internet, bro. And that's a really good person. So
after doing this YouTube thing for a minute and seeing Ben on my feed, I honestly don't think he's a predator. I also think he's pretty funny, and I respect the fact that he's pushing the barriers and showcasing that two people in two different age groups can be friends without it being weird. So my question is, why is
See, I like the part where like Ben, what Ben did. He literally deliberately came after her mom. Which is so fucking respectable, at least. At least I feel that way about it. I mean, like I said, yourrage has some like crazy fucking cringy clips, man. Like I guess like Yonna was like about to date somebody, or not Marlon, but like she was about to like start dating somebody, or his chat told him something. This nigga talking about she gotta come talk to big bro first. Like, nigga, what? It sounded so fucking cringy, bro. I mean, I know he meant well, but it just sounded so like weird. But like I like what Ben does. He like treats her basically like a damn daughter, which is like, you know, honestly like a good ass age gap for, you know, that could be your daughter basically. But nigga, I just do not get why your age had to make it so awkward.
That vitriol and those predatory accusations being levied at people who are trying to be respectful of Yonna? Why are we not talking about the men who relation bait with their little sisters, or the men who won't date an 18/19-year-old but will sleep with them? It's just so weird. But if I had to explain the age gap problem in streaming in simpler terms, I'd say that people are being incredibly disingenuous when it comes to age gap relationships. But when two people are friends platonically with an age gap, the real feelings get exposed every single time. I think we all understand how it looks. I think we all understand how creepy it is for mid-20s adults to be dating/sleeping with teenagers, and that's why the Lil Sis method went viral. That's why Bruce was able to weaponize a platonic relationship to insinuate another streamer was a predator. We all know that mid-20s adults should be staying away from teenagers who are just—
Oh yeah, this nigga did literally call yourrage a predator too. I don't know if he was insinuating to it. I'm not gonna go out in hand and just be saying he did that, but like it was the clip was kind of crazy. He was responding to yourrage and he was like, release the files, release the files. I don't even know if he said her name, but like that's all I saw like in the clip. I'm like, what is this nigga talking about? Release the files.
Figuring their lives out. I'm still figuring my life out, and that's facts. That's really all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's weird. It's weird on both sides, depending on what you can, you know, what you're like truly seeing. Like I can say this nigga Marlon kind of ruined that shit, and that's why it's beginning to kind of get more weaponized because of that nigga. He had a whole fucking clip of him saying, "Oh, that's an 18-year-old. She's still a senior," and he ended up fucking dating her, and like. You're like feeding all those fucking parasocialized weird niggas in the fucking comments. You're like, are you dating Yonna? Bro, like, I really don't kind of like how he went back on that shit. I mean, depending on how you feel about it, I guess it's weird. It's really weird, honestly. Depending on what scope you're seeing it from. If you're seeing it from benthadonn scope, it's not weird. It's not weird because I feel like he like taking the father figure role, and he's just not like making those, you know, those feelings or weird advances on her. Or Yana is like an honest ass person. She probably would have came out and, you know, exposed that nigga for that. His career would have been done and toast. And what does he even have to like do to even benefit from that? He just likes having fun and, you know, doing other stuff. But like, yourrage is caught between the middle of it. Even though I know he truly doesn't seek like a whole relationship from her or nothing, and nor none of that weird shit, or trying to fuck or whatever. It just seems like it's just so awkward. It's just so awkward between them. Like, I just see that. But it looked like they'd be having fun. They'd be funny. But the age gap thing in streaming is weird. Overall, I could see. Like I said, no matter what scope you're coming from. But man, don't forget to go take a look at Fuck DH's original video, and we are on the road to 650. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.
He was the best guy around. What about the people he murdered? What murder?